time dilation and the speed of light limitation explained. In this video, while riding my motorcycle, I will explain the phenomena of time dilation and the limitation of the speed of light. I will explain it intuitively from the perspective of a motorcycle rider, with no complicated math and no -1 under the root square. Let's begin with the ride. First, let's consider the basic building blocks of our universe: protons and electrons. Matter as we know it from the periodic table of elements is structured from various combinations of protons, neutrons, and electrons. A neutron can be thought of as a combination of a proton and an electron. So for simplicity, we'll focus on just protons and electrons. Whether the electron is considered a wave or a particle doesn't change our reasoning here. The electron is constantly dancing around the proton, exchanging the necessary energy for that dance, regardless of whether the proton is at rest or moving. Let's imagine the proton is a motorcycle at rest, and the electron is a small drone flying around it. The constant speed of this drone is, let's say, 200 kilometers per hour. When the motorcycle is at rest, the drone uses the constant speed primarily to make rotations around the motorcycle. Now, let's accelerate the motorcycle little by little. While the drone continues its rotations, it also performs some forward translation to stay with the motorcycle. The more the motorcycle accelerates, the more the drone converts some of its rotational speed into forward movement. As the motorcycle approaches 200 kilometers per hour, the drone can barely rotate around the motorcycle anymore. It has transformed almost all of its available speed into forward movement. At exactly 200 kilometers per hour, the motorcycle and the drone are effectively moving side by side, with the drone having no remaining speed for rotation. Let's go back to the proton and electron. As proton and the electron orbiting it approaches the speed of light, the electron, like our drone, tries to catch up with the proton. In doing so, it uses less of its speed for its rotations, its orbital motion, and converts more of that into forward translational movement. This diminution of the number of rotations, or more accurately, the decrease in the rate of internal processes, is precisely what we observe as the dilation of time. At the speed of light, the electron and proton are no longer in their usual matter state. They effectively move side by side as electromagnetic waves, pure energy. They lose their characteristic properties as matter, and crucially, they lose the flow of time as we understand it. Since no internal processes or rotations are occurring, the viewer can deepen this idea in another video on this channel called The Concept of Time. The electron in its orbit around protons requires a specific amount of energy from the set of protons in a molecule, depending on its distance from the center. That amount isn't random. It exists in discrete levels or quanta, which dictate its speed, energy state. Once a system of particle reaches the speed of light, all its matter is converted to energy according to the famous formula E equals mc squared, where m is the mass of the matter and c is the speed of light. At this point, no further mass energy is available to convert into kinetic energy to accelerate more. Thus, the limit of the speed of light comes from the lack of available quantum energy within the particle itself that can be converted into additional speed. At least this is what seems to happen in our universe. Under other skies, hypothetical universes where matter is structured differently, this limit could potentially be higher. However, there always would be a limitation, as there is no such thing as truly unlimited energy.